Have you ever wondered how battery placement affects your Axial Scx10iii? Well, keep watching this video to find out more. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the RC Propaganda Shop. Today's video, I have the Scx10iii early Bronco from Axial in the shop here, and something I've been wanting to do is kind of figure out exactly what battery I should be running and where to put it in this rig. So obviously, if you have one of these, you know that you have two different battery trays, but what size battery and where should you put it for the best performance, I guess. So I've never been a fan of putting a battery on one side or the other. I kind of like it, obviously, as you know, in the middle as you can get it. But this particular rig has a tray in the back as well. Now, I have this sitting on my scale, so let's fire it up. Let's pick the truck up, and okay, everything's on 0. Let's set it down, and I am in grams. So just to kind of give you an idea of what we're working with here, we have 2,600 grams, 2,600, and it looks like 6 grams, grams to pounds. I'm just converting it here. So that's 5.745 pounds without a body on it. Now it weighs closer to 8 pounds with the body. I forget exactly off the top of my head from my previous video showing this corner weight system. And that video was done because I wanted to do this video. So I did that one first just to kind of introduce you to this corner weight system. So if you want to learn more about this system, you can go watch that video. But I'm going to use it here to figure out what we should do. So right now, as the truck stands, the right side of the truck is at 51%, and we're at 49%. So we're not necessarily worried about the numbers for weight. We're trying to balance out these numbers here. So some of the packs that I have, I like this one here. This is a Gens Ace. This is an Adventure Series 50C, only 2,200 milliamps. This is like a great little pack. It's not super small in milliamps. It lasts a good while depending upon what you're doing. So if you get a couple of these, even 3 of these, you would be good for the whole afternoon, you know, depending upon what kind of crawling you do, how far you go. But I really like this as an all-around battery for the length of time I usually go out. Solid pack. Bringing this in, this one doesn't have the right connector on it, but I figured we'd try to see how this fits. This is a pretty low light pack from Florian. I've had these for a long time. It's a 30C 3,000 milliamp pack. We'll weigh all these, figure out exactly what they all weigh before we put them in the truck. This is another older pack I have, a ProTech 4,100 milliamp 3-cell shorty pack. And these are another pack that I have that I like to run a lot. These are Graphenes from Turnigy. I've had these for quite some time. This one's so worn out, I don't even know how many milliamps this one is. I want to say it's a 3,000 mAh pack here. I've had this for a long time. And just for the sake of this video, I busted out this old one. I would, depending upon how it works, I might have to solder on a connector to put this on this truck. This could be a good pack to run, but it's only 1,400 milliamps, so it's actually not going to be something I could, you know, go out on long runs. But if I was looking to do more of a performance type, you know, crawl or something like that, this might be the right amount of weight that we're looking for. So those are all the packs. Let me get out my other scale so I don't have to take this all off, and we will weigh them up. RC Crawling Champ here. I just want to let you guys know that I am now part of the new scale order. And if you want to take part in being NSO, all you have to do is go to the link in the description below, pick up your very own new scale order shirt, and you too can join the new scale order. Alright, so here is my other little scale that I use for RC stuff. And let's get that thing on. It's zeroed. And let's go to grams just to keep everything working right. So first, let's start off with the Turnigy. Let's see what we got. We have 305 grams for that battery. We'll save that light one for last. Let's see. I'm curious what this one weighs because it's kind of deceiving. It's short, but it's kind of a heavy pack. And it is 228. So far that's the heaviest one. Let's see what this Adventure Series is. 185. So that's even lighter. So far this is our order. And let's try the Florian. It's hard to say because this is kind of... Let's see if I can get this so it's not touching the ground and messing the weight up at all. 245. So that actually weighs just a little bit more. So I think this is the order that they go in here. So you can see, let me move everything over. And all right, so now you can see heaviest and then down. So obviously this is going to be the lightest pack. And that one's 108 grams right here. So that is the lightest. All right, so now we have all the packs weighed and we know what one is the heaviest. Let's get this back on and let's start kind of seeing what we have and where we stand here. Let me zero everything and we'll get the car down. It always happens. I got to turn it off. There we go. Okay, now everything is zeroed and let's get everything really nice and centered on the scale. Make sure everything is as accurate as we can possibly make it. The only change I have over stock is I have different tires and foams. So if you do this, maybe with stock wheels, you might have different numbers. So another number you want to look at is your front to rear. Currently, we're almost at that 60-40, which isn't bad. But again, we're going to put a battery on the rear, so that's going to drastically change that. So that's kind of what I'm trying to see here. So let's just start off with the heaviest pack. A lot of times I charge these because I have multiples of the same battery, and Mrs. Prop runs these in hers. So I would put this here. Let's strap it on, and we will be able to see. Okay, so now it changed that by... Let's see, we're at 51 per... No, we're at 56.40, and we still got a good 50-50 left to right. So let's take that off again. So yeah, we go from almost 60 all the way down to 56 from the front to back. So this definitely puts more weight on the back, which isn't something we really want. And this one's actually too big to run on the side. You can extend the tray out a little bit, but that's a heavy pack. We don't want to do that. So let's go with the next one. And this one will be able to run in both locations. So I would get this as centered as we can. And it doesn't really matter if I move it all the way over. Okay, yeah, if I move it all the way over, the strap's not really going to hold it, but you can see it goes down to 49. But if we keep it there in the center, we get our 50-50 from the side to side. Yep. And the same, it changes it from 56 to 44. So that has the same effect, even though it weighs a little bit less. Now, this pack here, we can put on the side. And what I noticed was it definitely was moving it down with the shock. I was noticing it leaning because it fits nice in the tray here on the side. Okay, it's still showing 50-50 though, side to side, which is weird. I thought for sure it was going to put too much weight. Let's just throw something else, make sure the scale's working. Okay, even with that other heavier pack, the ESC, that mini servo's over there. So we're still getting 50-50 side to side. So that's kind of interesting because I like this pack. It's good milliamp. It's a shorty. So it doesn't seem to be affecting the side to side at all. So far, this pack is pretty dang good. Let's go with the Florian. Again, here's another long pack. It's not going to fit on the side and doesn't affect it. But again, it goes 56, 44, front to back. So putting the pack on the back, I didn't actually look again when I had this on the side. Okay, so when you're running on the side, I forgot to show that, we're still at that 59-41. So we're almost at that, nice split of 60-40, which is what you want. You want the 60-40 split front to back. So far, definitely the side is a great option. Okay, so let's go to my other light pack. And okay, so that changes it from 57-41. So this doesn't affect the front to back as much. And of course, side to side still 50-50. And I believe I can extend the tray, but I'm not sure how much because it only has to go just a tiny bit. Let's see what happens when I do that. So you just take a 2mm. It looks like you just loosen these up here. Yeah, and you can slide that out. Not much, but it might be just enough to get this pack in. So let's see what happens. And let's get it in there. Okay, yeah, it's just too short. Yeah, still too short. Oh, hold on, I can undo both sides. You can adjust both sides here. So I think if I do this side, we can get it in as well. For whatever reason, it wants to turn. Okay. And now I can just leave this extended out if it fits because the shorty pack wasn't touching those pieces anyway before. Okay, we got to go back on. Okay, everything's at 0 and back down on our scale. Let's see what happens. And oh my god, it still doesn't want to fit. The casing is just a little bit too much. I'd have to really force it in there. Wow. It's just like a C hair. Just this little bit of casing right here is a little too thick. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like forcing things. Yeah. Okay, so that's not really going to work on the side. But that would probably be the best pack. So let's go to the lightest one here. Obviously, we know how that's going to be. We got to get it in the center. For whatever reason, I can't get the 50-50. It's saying 49, whatever. Set it down again. Huh. That's strange. Now I'm not getting the 50-50 that I had before. It's saying 51 now for the right, which is the side the ESC's on. So if we put this over there, though, that'll balance it out. No, it doesn't. Huh. That's really strange. I'm getting 542 the right rear, 569 for the left. That's really strange that I'm getting those different numbers here. Let's turn this off. Okay, turn it back on just to make sure everything is going good. Because we were at 50-50 before. And yeah, we're still not getting that balance. So this pack weighs so little, 58. So this pack obviously affects the rear the least. But I want to say running this pack on the side, the way the scale's currently reading, you can even slide it towards the front a little bit. Barely affects the split. We're still at 59-41. And it balances out for 50-50. So, I guess after using this system, that this pack is going to be the best pack to run. Now the body's not on, which I have some scale accessories, which obviously are going to affect everything. But as far as no body goes, yeah, see, this side's still a little bit heavier, but look, I got that on there. And yeah, so just this 3D printed piece is affecting everything. That's crazy. Okay, but without the body, we're perfect. So I guess to wrap it up, that running the proper weighted battery will balance out the weight of the ESC and that servo on the right side of the truck. So that's really interesting, and that's kind of what I was trying to show. I wasn't sure where what battery and where I wanted to run it, and I remembered I had this, so that's why I busted it out to start trying to figure out, if it's going to affect the truck if I run the battery on the side, because, the Traxxas, it's in the middle. The Scx10iii, it's only to the side up there, but it's all the way on the front. So it's just really neat to see the difference and just battery placement, what it's going to do, because, this is kind of a heavy rig, so I want to make sure it's balanced. And, I'm just trying to squeeze out whatever performance that I can. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you got something out of it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button down below. Leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.